Welcome to the Brickie Experience podcast, and today you are on episode 2. And episode 2 today in the Brickie Experience is the importance of working hard. And today I have some amazing guests with me, and I can't wait to get started. So today I have Senior Willy Shearer, and I have Coach A, our assistant principal, Artherhults, with me today. And we're going to be talking about the importance of working hard. Because as Brickies, all my life I want to be a Brickie. Work, work, work. So Willy, I'm so glad that you joined us today. And I do have some really interesting questions to share with the audience. And so when you're thinking about our mantra, our motto, all my life I want to be a Brickie, work, work, work. How do you define work, hard work, work ethic? How do you define that?
Defining work ethic, I'm just like setting a goal and like always striving to get to that goal and achieve that goal. And no matter what you do, all like in school, out of school, with friends, like always trying to become better and get to that goal you achieved or set, I guess.
Yeah, and so you have goals that you set for yourself. So when you set those types of goals, do you have habits? Do you have routines? What type of structure? How do you go about meeting your goals?
For sure, like I always have like structure in my life and habits. So, like every day is consistency and like just staying consistent to achieve that goal and just like structure around your life.
Yeah, so talk to us a little bit about what your day looks like. Because for the audience purposes, I mean, Willy is he's a two-sport athlete. He plays football and he is in track, and he is a 2-time state qualifier in track, right, Coach A? And so, I mean, in order to be able to be a competitor at a state level, you have to have just really some regiment in your life that shows work ethic, and like you said, you have goals. So talk to us about what your day looks like.
So every morning I wake up at 6:05 the same time. Then I go have breakfast, and then I shower, then I come to school. Then during the school day, I just crank out my classes, and if I have a study hall or student assist, I get my homework done there and then, or the most I can. Then after school, obviously during the day I work out during CT, one of the classes they offer at the school.
Conditioning and training. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Then after school, I go to practice, and if I'm banged up or like injured, I go to Lido and get like taken care of and like ice, heat, whatever needs to get done. Then afterwards, if I haven't worked out yet, I work out when I get home, or go to the Y or whatever. Then I shower, eat dinner, and do homework. So it's just a consistent day every day.
Right. So you have consistency, and you're very disciplined in how you handle what your day looks like. And that's significant. Would you say, what type of student are you, and what type of classes do you take here at the high school? I mean, being a 2-sport athlete, lots of practice, lots of working out, taking care of your body, going to see our athletic trainer, Mr. Lido. There's just a lot that's packed into your day, but yet I hear, and I know you're a great student. Talk to us about the academic side, mixed with being this 2-sport athlete.
Like I feel like the difference between a student athlete and an athlete student, it's like student comes first. So like I've always been the kid to like take the harder classes and more challenging classes, because academics will take me a lot farther in life than athletics will. Like, yeah, maybe a good athlete, but academics will get me a lot farther and become a lot more successful with taking higher classes. So like since first grade, I've been like high ability. Then once I got to middle school and high school, I've been taking honors and college classes to help me prepare for my future.
Right. So how many early college credits do you have?
Right now, I'm sitting at 34 college credits, and I'm taking 16 my senior year.
Right. And we're talking about that associate's degree if you pick up a couple more classes. And I would say, I mean, when I hear you talk about discipline and structure, that is so vitally important when you're trying to be an athlete and an excellent student at the same time. How do you stay motivated when you're tired or tough times? How do you stay motivated?
During those like tough times, or like when I'm tired, like I just remember why I started and like what got me to where I am today. And so just like no matter what I'm going through or like what like the tough times I'm in, I just remember like just keep pushing hard and keep like, cause there's always better days. Like no matter what's going on, there's always gonna be a better day. And so like no matter what, like you always have your friends there to pick you up. You always have those teachers or adults that are there to care for you. It's just like keep pushing and keep like thriving and grinding, and you'll get there.
Right. I love that you talk about seeking out an adult or your friend, like when you have tough days, because do you have tough days?
For sure.
All right. So we all have tough days, right? So can you share a time when you've had hard work or a tough day and you pushed through and it paid off?
Definitely like tough time was like recently this track season when like one of my best friends, good friends, Johnny, he got hurt, and like we lost him for the season. So it's like how will we get over that? And like a bunch of the kids on the team stepped up and were able to go out there and win conference and just thrive as a team and like be successful.
Right. So that was, it really looked to be a setback, right? And you guys pushed through as a team. All right. I'm going to bring Coach A in, and I really want to talk about your leadership specifically on track. And I want to talk about last season and leadership. And Coach A, I want you to talk about, because I know Willy had the desire to be the captain of the track team. So talk to us a little bit about his leadership and what happened with his bid for being a captain on the track team.
Yeah, at the beginning of the season, we always we start talking as a coaching staff who might be our leaders, who might be our captains. And this year, we let the kids have some input. And, Willie really wanted to be a captain. He was our returning MVP, a state qualifier, a conference champion. And he seemed like he would be a natural person to select. But we kind of wanted to give Willie the opportunity to develop a little more and learn, how to interact with teammates better, how to demonstrate day in and day out, what real leadership was. And he didn't disappoint us, So we didn't come out right away and say, Willie's our best athlete, he's a captain. We also didn't do that with some other kids that,
Right.
maybe had a resume that might, put him in that position. But we watched Willie really blossom over the course of the season and learn how to be a great teammate. Being an elite athlete, he's not a prima donna, meaning he'll do whatever you ask him to do. He's not afraid to work hard. He's just a great guy. He's kind of a throwback, I guess, as how we talk about him.
All right. So let's talk about that goal and desire to be the captain, and you're not selected to be the captain, and you were the MVP. So how did you deal with that disappointment?
Yeah, I was disappointed not being like selected as a team captain right away, but it just made me work harder, make me like, want to thrive for more and strive for more. Like, yeah, everybody wants to be team captain, but not everybody's willing to put the work in to become that captain. And so like, just made me work harder to achieve that goal.
So you had to make some adjustments. Did you talk to Coach A about what could you do to possibly inch yourself toward that? How did you overcome that?
Yeah, I just talked to Coach A, and like I was like, is there anything I can do to like help me like better my chances to become a team captain? Like, is there any like what little things can I do to help me increase my chances to get my like have me earn that like spot?
All right, that's excellent. So now that you're in that role as a captain, and of course your coach is sitting right next to us, how would you describe leadership in a team setting? What sets you apart? What does that leadership look like in a team setting?
I feel like what sets me apart from like other athletes on the team is like I always want to do the right thing. Like I always want to get better. Like yeah, it's not like I joke around here and there and like I mess around with like some of my teammates, but no matter what, I want to get better. Like each day I go out there like wanting to achieve more. Like I just look at the bigger picture. Like what can I do to get me to where I want to be, and like what can I do to help me be successful.
Right. So you see in yourself this leadership quality that you can make your team be better if you're there for them. What are the qualities that you would describe that makes a good teammate? A good teammate. What are the qualities that you're looking for in your friends that are your teammates?
I feel what makes a good teammate is like someone who's unselfish and like who always puts the team first and like before themselves, and someone who has discipline. So like on the football team, it's like we put each other before. Like we're all brothers. Like we're not like blood brothers, but like we're one big family. Like our motto is family. Forget about me. I love you. But it's like we're unselfish, and we're always like striving for the team, and like putting the team before ourselves. And like yeah, we have some kids like everyone's different, but like some kids like I come first, but it's like you just gotta like learn how to work around that. And like, yeah, you might not like them, but it's like you just gotta like, achieve like what's the team goal, I guess, essentially.
What's the team goal? Exactly. And so what happens when you're in these high pressure situations? Because obviously you're wanting to excel, you're wanting to win. Talk to us about how you handle being in a high pressure situation on a team.
Like being in a team setting, like track and football, like yeah, they're both team sports, but they're two different things. Like in a team, like it's 11 guys, like football, it's 11 guys on the field at once. So it's like in high pressure situations, you try to stay calm and like remember why you're there. And then track, like I'm different from everybody. Like everybody, like some kids like lock in and like take everything serious, but like up until like the gunshot, like I'm laughing and like I'm just joking around, but that helps me just settle down and relax. Like everyone's different. You just gotta remember why you're there and what got you there.
All right, so Coach A, you can expound on this just a little more.
I think one thing that's unique about track too is it's a diverse group of kids, from a variety of backgrounds. So you have soccer players and cross country runners and swimmers and basketball players, and Willy, through his leadership, has the ability to sort of bridge the gap between all those different groups of kids. And help encourage and get the best out of them. I think of our relay team, that was, our relay team kind of fell apart there about halfway through the year with the loss of a couple people, but we filled those roles by kids stepping up. And Willy's on this relay team with a basketball player, a cross-country runner, and a soccer player. And, he very easily could have said, I'm not going to run with those guys, because two of the people who had run in the state finals the year before weren't there now. And Willy kind of, lifted them up, and they were very successful. And it was because of his leadership, they saw he was serious about it. They got amped up because they get to run with Willy. And, it was exciting and it was fun. And that's what we wanted to see out of Willy, I think, in the long run this year. And I'm sure he does the same in football, but they're all football players at that point. You know what I mean? And
Right.
I just think that's one of the special things about Willy, what he could do for us in track. So
That's pretty spectacular. So noting that you have these high aspirations to be a great student, this two-sport athlete, captain, leadership, what advice, when you look out at our Brickies, what advice do you have for them when it comes to the value of hard work and how to be successful?
Like everybody wants to be like a pro athlete when they're younger. I guess like all guys like just want to be like they watch their favorite pro athletes and just like, oh, I want to be like him when I'm older. But it's like, what did they do to get there? It's like just always working hard. Remember why you started. Like yeah, when you want to take days off, like don't take those days off. Like sometimes yeah, it's good to have a rest day, but you can rest here and there. But it's just like always working hard and just having discipline and staying consistent.
And so just in terms of that discipline, because obviously one of the things that I knew about you and for the audience is that you really wanted that captain's position and you thought you could bring that leadership to the team, and you did not get sidetracked by the fact that you weren't chosen right away. You're this MVP and you wanted to be the captain because you knew you could bring value as a leader, and you made some adjustments. You did not give up, and you did not let that disappointment stray from what your ultimate goal was for the track team. It's a pretty amazing story. And so that's what hard work looks like, everyone, when you're a Brickie. You never give up, and you strive to work hard, and you can look for other people to lift you and help you when you are reaching for a goal that you really want to have. And so we want to thank you, Willy. We want to thank Coach A for joining us today. And don't forget to join us next time for the Brickie Experience. Thanks so much, everyone. We'll see you next time.